kids. Welcome to chair yoga. How's everybody doing? Bringing your chair, yourself to your chair, encouraging you to just bring your hips towards the edge of the chair. We're going to just bring ourselves into that stance. So we want to have a pelvic tilt engaged. The rest of the spine is long. Shoulders are relaxed. There's no tension in the jaw. Just finding that structure first of all. So from that point, just softening a little bit, softening the shoulders, the jaw. We're going to do some deep breathing with some movement that is designed to help you to alleviate tension, alleviate stress. Just feel grounded and uplifted at the same time. So we've got our heels underneath our knees. We've got a pelvic tilt. We're lifting long. We're going to breathe, okay? So when you're breathing intentionally, you're bringing that breath in through the nose and guiding it down towards the belly. You'll feel the belly expand. You'll feel the chest lift. You'll feel the shoulders open as you fully bring that breath into the torso. And as you exhale, you'll feel the chest soften. You'll feel the belly button kind of draw back towards the spine so you can express that air out of the lungs. So let's just bring our hands onto our lap. Our shoulders are relaxed. There's no tension in your jaw. Take that tension out of the brow. Heels are underneath the knees. And we're going to breathe. And we're going to move while we breathe. So all I want you to do is lift up your toes as you bring that breath in. And as you exhale, you're just going to lower your toes back down to the floor. As you inhale, you're going to lift up the heels, and when you're ready to exhale, the heels are going to drop down. So you just go back and forth between the front of the feet, lifting on the inhalation. Exhale, you're dropping it down. Just a simple little movement back and forth, using your breath to assist that movement, or moving with the breath. So your feet are moving as slowly or as quickly as you're breathing. Breathing in elevation. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, the heels lift while you fill the torso with that air. Exhale, the heels lower down, the lungs deflate. We're still alleviating any tension in the jaw and in the face. I can kind of feel you starting to hold tension already, so just let that go. Continuing to breathe and lift and lower the feet. Just a very simple little movement. Just letting the body know that we're going to do something a little bit more dynamic. Breathing in fully, expanding. Exhale, drop it down. So just a couple more. We're going to let the feet relax for a moment. Just a couple more deep breaths. Bringing that breath down into the lower part of the lungs. Feel the chest lifting and expanding, and as you're exhaling, you can feel everything soften. The belly button comes towards the spine to express all of that air out of the lungs. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So just letting your breathing transition back to its natural movement. Want you to maintain this structure, right? We don't want to lose the structure in the back of the body. This is helping to engage the abdominal muscles, improve your posture, and we're creating that space or that lengthening in the spine to activate those abdominal muscles to help assist with the back of the body. We're going to lift our right foot. All I want you to do is just lift it to that position where it feels comfortable and just roll your ankle. We're going to roll that same wrist at the same time. Just a little bit of breathing, and we're going to roll that in the other direction, so take it the other way. Give yourself some deep breaths. Let that go, releasing that down, changing sides. So we're going to lift that opposite foot, rolling the ankle. We're going to roll the wrist at the same time. Just a simple little movement, but your body is really appreciating these movements with breath, helping to let go of any held or stuck energy. Let's go in the other direction. Continuing to breathe. Maybe we could slow it down a little bit. I feel like we're moving too fast. Let's slow it down. letting that go. The feet are coming to the floor. I want you to just take some space between your feet and your knees. Come down onto your elbows. Just bringing your fingertips together in front of the body. And you're just going to just shift your knees from side to side. So you're just rocking side to side. Beansy. Beans is in here with me tonight, and he's complaining because I'm not petting him. We're just rocking the knees side to side. We're going to let that go. Just take that right hand, reach it down in between the feet, stretching it towards the floor, lengthening that arm. And we're going to elevate. So we're going to lift it up to the height of the shoulder. It's going to stretch into the room, and then we're going to continue to lift, reaching it towards the ceiling. So we don't want it across the ear. We want it to lift right up out of the underarm. Just taking your attention to your lower back for a second. Drop your hips down towards the chair or back towards the chair. Feel that arm lifting, creating some space on both sides of the body. So we're not kind of leaning into that left side, but that space is there as well. Breathing while you're here. Don't hold the breath. So what I want you to do here is we're going to just bring in a little lean in, and you're just going to take the torso, take the arm with you, and just open that up a little bit more. If that doesn't feel good for you, then just soften out a little bit. We're going to come forward. So what I want you to do is just swing that arm forward. We're going to come down onto that right elbow. We're going to take our weight into that right elbow. The left hand is reaching down towards the floor, stretching that arm, folding the body forward just as far as you comfortably can. We're going to breathe. And then taking a deep breath, lengthening that arm forward. When you reach the height of the shoulder, stretch that arm forward, drop your hips back, really feel that elongation, elevate, lifting that arm. It's coming straight out from the shoulder. We got lots of space on the right side too, lifting up long, lengthening, stretching deeper, or taller, I should say. Bring your breath into your body. Lengthen, lengthen. Stretching long, those hips are dropping back to the chair. We're reaching towards the ceiling. Breathing, breathing, and then we're going to open a little bit. So just a minor little movement, just shifting that left arm back, looking out to the left. That left hip is still trying to drop to the chair, creating space or stretching the side of the body, the lower back. We're going to shift out a little bit. Exhaling, you're coming down, that elbow comes to land on the thigh, fingertips come together, just a very gentle side to side. Letting the jaw soften a little bit. I can feel like you're holding tension in the face. Just let that relax. We're going to pause in the center here. We're going to take our attention to that right arm. I want you to extend it forward from the shoulder, reaching it into the room. So you're kind of folded in half at the same time. Take a deep breath here. Woo! Dropping the hips back to the chair. What I want you to do is take this hand and reach it across the front of the body, stretching it towards the opposite side of the room. So we're kind of opening up that right side of the body, stretching that arm across the shoulder. If you have shoulder issues, drop the arm slightly. That will take care of that for you. That right hip is trying to drop back to the chair, opening, creating space. You're breathing. Of course you're breathing. I can hear you. Woo! Nice and slow, we're coming back. So just taking your time, bringing that elbow back to the thigh, just pausing on both elbows there for a moment. Just take your attention to your feet for a second. Lift up your feet, give your toes a little wiggle, and then drop them back down. We're going to take that left hand or that left elbow away from the thigh, stretch it out from the shoulder. So you're lengthening all the way from that hip to the underarm and then into the room, lengthening. That hip is dropping back to the chair. You're breathing, feeling that elongation in the side of the body, stretching. You can feel your feet kind of grounding down into the floor, helping to support the upper body. The breath is helping as well. We're going to take that and just shift that over to the opposite side. So we're shifting it to the right. That left hip dropping into the chair, creating some space and some openness. Woo! Breathe, baby. Don't stop breathing. Anytime you hold your breath, you're kind of preventing yourself from receiving the full benefit of the pose. We're going to bring that elbow back to the thigh, fingertips come together, just a very gentle, just rock from side to side. And then we're going to let that go, lifting up to that center position. The heels move back underneath the knees. We're going to engage that pelvic tilt. Lift yourself long, drop your shoulders. Let's take our shoulders up to our ears. We're going to reach them back behind us and drop them down. Bringing your hands in front of the body, we're just going to clasp our fingertips together. And you're going to lift your arms up to the height of the chest. You kind of feel the resistance between your fingers kind of pulling a little bit. Lifting long in the back of the body. If this is a shoulder issue, you drop it down. If you feel like you need more, you're going to lift it up to the height of the chin. Take it to where your body feels the most comfort. Those shoulders are relaxed. Let it go. Let it go. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath here. On the exhalation, you're just going to twist. So you're going to turn in one direction, and then you're going to ask your elbows to travel a little deeper. Deep breath here too. Come on forward, nice and slow. You're coming forward, facing those arms, checking in with the body. So we're re-engaging that pelvic tilt, lifting long in the torso. Shoulders are relaxed, jaw is unclenched. Guess what? We're going to the other side. Okay, take a deep breath. Woo! Exhale, twisting, and the elbows are going to take it a little deeper. I cannot tell you how much you need to breathe here. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your jaw. Let that go and take that breath into the body. Feeling the torso, the chest expanding as much as you can. Come on into the center. From that center position, the palms are going to turn down towards the knees. We're going to lengthen the arms, stretch them long. Lengthen the heels of the hands down towards the knees. We're going to lift that up to the height of the shoulders. Stretching the heels of the hands into the room. We're going to round the back of the body. Bring your chin to your chest. Oh, open it up. Those vertebrae coming away from each other. The arms are nice and long. As we lift the head, the hands move down towards the knees. We're going to release the hands. Just roll your wrists out, giving both sides a little roll. And take that in the other direction. Letting that go. So re-engaging your structure. So we've got a pelvic tilt. The heels are underneath the knees. The spine is nice and long. We're going to take some space between our feet and our knees. Hands are going to come down onto the thighs. Take a deep breath in. We're going to fold forward. So maintaining that structure in the back of the body as you exhale and lower the torso. Do not come off the edge of that chair. Watch yourself, girl. Lowering yourself in between the thighs, taking yourself as deeply forward as you can, feeling that activity in the legs, helping to support the body. Drop your hips back. Can you take your shoulders away from your ears? Can you soften your jaw a little bit? Just breathe here. Bring that breath into the belly. Exhale. Let yourself deepen a little further. You can feel the strengthening in the legs. There's lots of activity here. And the lengthening in the torso. There's no tension in the neck. There's no tension in the jaw. That's kind of softened even though we have this length. Taking a deep breath, we're going to push our feet into the floor. When you lift yourself, we're going to round the spine, bring the chin to the chest, take your shoulders forward. Just take a deep breath here. Lifting, and when you elevate, the shoulders come up towards the ears. We're going to roll that back and drop it down. We're going to slide down onto one elbow. So taking that right elbow and bring it down onto the right thigh. We're going to take that left hand and just reach it back and hook it onto the chair. So you can hook it onto wherever your body is going to reach. So take it as deeply as you can. Once you're there, folding your elbow or taking your shoulder back, opening that up, we're looking out in that direction. If you can, take your attention to your hips. Just drop that back a little bit. You'll just feel that lengthen or change the stretch in the lower back. That shoulder's reaching back. We're opening in that direction. Breathing here. We're going to roll that forward, bringing that left elbow onto the left thigh, leaning the torso or the weight of the body into that left elbow, the right arm reaches back behind. We're going to hook it onto the chair. So you find that position where your body feels the most comfort or the best stretch without any adverse reaction. Take your shoulder back, reach it back as deeply as you can, drop those hips to the chair. You're breathing here, don't hold your breath. Let's come forward, so releasing the arm, that elbow coming to the thigh, fingertips together. Just very gently, you're rocking from side to side, just shifting your weight from right to left. Pause in the center here, fingertips are going to stay together. Taking your attention to the back of the body, dropping the hips back, lengthening the torso. I want you to just take your attention to your shoulders. That right shoulder is going to come down towards the hands. So you're going to fold the body forward, that right shoulder reaching towards the hands. You guessed it, there's no tension in your jaw. Let that go. Soften it, soften it, soften it, baby. Breathe. Woo! Those hips are reaching back to the chair to maximize the stretch. We're going to lift that right shoulder up and out. We're going to lift the torso slightly. No tension in the neck or the jaw. Take your attention to that left shoulder, dropping it down towards the hands, folding the body in that direction, and breathe. The breath coming in through the nose, bringing it down into the belly. Feel the chest expanding. Lifting up and out. From here, just coming up to a seated position. The shoulders travel right up towards the ears. We're going to roll that back, drop it down. Recreate that structure in the body. We're going to bring our heels underneath our knees, and I want you to take your attention to that right leg. We're going to bring that right knee up towards the torso. So using your hands, if you need to, just holding that leg. Watch that you don't round the body. We want to maintain that structure. If you want to work a little harder, just keeping your hands away from the leg. Flex that foot and just take your heel forward and then bring the knee back towards the body. So you're just moving back and forth, using your arms if you need that assistance, but still trying to maintain that length in the back of the body as you move your leg forward and back. Knee comes up and towards the torso, that heel presses into the room. The torso is still. Coming down, we're going to bring that foot to the floor. Just noticing the difference between the right and the left side. Let's change it up. Pelvic tilt, lifting long, lifting that left knee towards the body, hooking the hands on if you need that, extending that leg forward, bring the knee up to the body. Exhale, pushing that heel to the room. Back and forth. Your breath is your assistance. Your breath is helping you to strengthen. Your breath is helping to maintain balance. It helps to lower your blood pressure. It helps to alleviate or release tension off of the body physically, off of the mind, and off of the emotion. Let's bring that down to the floor. Just letting both feet release. Just take your hands onto your thighs. Just taking your attention to your hips. So I want you to lift your left hip and then bring that left hip forward. Bring it back to the chair and drop it down. Right side lifts, comes forward off of the chair. Bring it back and drop it down. So we're just going back and forth. We're just bringing some movement into the back of the body and into the hips, lifting and coming forward, incorporating your breath into the movement. Letting that go, dropping the hip down. Pelvic tilt is engaged, lifting long in the torso. Taking your chin, and we're going to bring it down towards the chest. Let your chin come forward. Let the shoulders release. Let the head fall forward. Just let it go. With your head still forward, the right ear is going to reach out towards the right shoulder. Both shoulders are relaxed. There's no tension in your jaw. Rolling your chin to the center. Let's take it out to the other side. There's no tension in the brow. The shoulders are relaxed. Come on into the center. Lifting the head. And when you do, the shoulders come with your head. We're going to take our shoulders to the ears. Reach them back behind the body. Drop them down and just continue to roll. Lifting up the shoulders. Reaching them back. Let's roll that in the other direction. Let that movement go. Just let that release. Bring your arms down beside your body. Just give your fingers a little wiggle. Let's just give the arms a little shake. We're going to engage that pelvic tilt and create that length in the torso. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, we're going to reach down to one side. Lengthening that arm, feeling gravity, kind of encouraging the weight of that arm to release to the floor. Lifting that to the center. Pelvic tilt is engaged. Breathe in, exhale, we're coming down to the other side, lengthening towards the floor, letting that go. Come on into the center. From that center position, just taking your hands, we're going to hook them onto the back of the chair. Just lean the body forward, just as deeply as you can, folding your chin towards your chest, tucking your head in, stretching the back of the neck, lifting that out. Bringing your arms in front of the body, we're going to cross them over each other, wrapping them around the torso, or the shoulders, hooking on. Chin comes to the chest, rounding the upper body, folding over top of the thighs. Inhale, starting to elevate, we're going to release the arms, lengthen them back behind the body, stretching back. Coming forward, we're going to cross over the front of the body, hook onto the shoulders, chin to the chest, rounding the torso, tucking in. Come on in, lifting up and out. Open up the arms, stretch them back, reaching back as far as you can, then bring them to the thighs. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Just resting your hands on your thighs. We're going to take our torso to the back of the chair, so just coming to sit in towards the back of the chair. Let's take our fingertips together. So when we bring our fingertips together, the nervous system sends a message to the brain that all is okay, everything's okay. Kind of takes us out of a feeling of duress or tension. The wholeness mudra or energy seal encourages a feeling of peace. So fingertips together, let's take our attention to our breathing, encouraging you to draw your breath in through your nose, bring it down into the belly, fill it into the ribs, feel everything expand. Exhale, let it soften and let it release. Can you feel everything relax on that exhalation? Breathing in, you can feel the fullness in the torso, absorbing as much oxygen as we can, promoting good health. On that exhalation, you can feel your belly button pull to the spine to express all of that air out of the lungs. Just a couple more really deep breaths. Bring it in fully. Feel the torso expanding as that oxygen comes in. Increasing our prana or our life force energy through the breath, helping to tame the excessive thinking, helping to open the energy of the heart to receive. The breath is going to start to transition back to its natural rhythm. Hopefully you're experiencing some quietness in the body. Hopefully you're experiencing some quietness in the mind. You can see the reflection of the energy in the world within yourself. Notice what's coming up for you and what you're experiencing, what you're celebrating. Be gentle with yourself as we move into the age of Aquarius and the season of Aquarius soon too. I hope you have a peaceful evening. Thank you for joining me. Be kind to yourself. Much love. Bye.